the light that illuminates perception. In a small town surrounded by mountains, lived Clara, a young woman who had been struggling for years with a constant sense of emptiness. Despite her efforts to find fulfillment in work, relationships, and material possessions, something inside her always seemed to be missing. One day, while strolling through the woods, she found a book abandoned on a bench, A Course in Miracles. Curious, she opened it and stopped at the second lesson. I have given everything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, all the meaning it has for me. Intrigued, she began to reflect on the idea that the meaning of things is not in themselves, but in the interpretations we project onto them. That same night, she dreamed she was in a dark room with objects she could not identify. He tried to light a lamp, but the bulb was broken. When she awoke, she understood that her perception was clouded, as if the light of her understanding was off. In her search for more clarity, Clara opened the Bible and came across a passage from the Gospel of John. I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. John 8 verse 12. The connection between the course lesson and the words of Jesus filled her with wonder. If she herself gave meaning to everything she saw, could she turn that task over to the divine light? During the following days, Clara decided to practice the course lesson and apply the gospel message. She walked around her house, observing each object and reminding herself that the meaning she saw was not inherent, but something she had projected. As he repeated this exercise, he began to feel a slight sense of relief. She realized that many of her worries stemmed from meanings she had attributed to herself that did not necessarily have to be true. One day, while looking out her window at a tree, she remembered another teaching from the Bible. The lamp of the body is the eye, so if your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. Matthew 6 verse 22. At that moment, something inside her clicked. She understood that by letting go of her judgments and misperceptions, she was allowing the light of divine understanding to illuminate her vision. Clara continued to practice these lessons, and over time, her perception of the world changed. Things that had previously troubled her began to fade away. She discovered that by surrendering her personal meanings and trusting the guidance of a greater light, she found peace and clarity. Conclusion. Lesson 2 of A Course in Miracles and the biblical passages of John 8 verse 12 and Matthew 6 verse 22 intertwine to show us that the meaning we give to the world is not absolute. By allowing divine light to illuminate our perception, we free ourselves from the chains of our projections and approach a truer and more loving vision. Thus, like Claire, we can learn to see the world not through the eyes of fear, but through the light that was promised to us.